We got on BestsPointOfViewTV today.
It's your boy Haiti, baby. You know how we rockin' gang.
So first of all, I know your name wasn't always Haiti, baby. It was like North Boy Santana at one point in time. It was, Santana, and now it's Haiti, baby. Like, talk about how that came about, and then what made you change your name over the time.
So I got the name, Santana, because I was in Florida, and like I was just sitting there one day thinking, like, man, I need a name. So it just hit me like, boom, Santana. And then I took it and ran with it because a girl asked me, like, yo, that's a famous drug dealer or something?
Famous drug dealer. so at one point you lived in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's something I did not know.
I was down there for 2 years, from 2011 to 2013. That's when I really started taking music seriously. I really focused, taught myself how to make beats, taught myself how to make videos and all that shit. Then that's when I came back, started going crazy.
So like you said 2011, 2013 when you started making music down in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Tell about like how the sound in Florida was in 2011 and how the sound in Rochester was like in 2011, like the differences between the sounds, like the whole scene.
Yeah, it was real different. Down there, they like their music real slow. And up here, the music is more fast, more lyrical, and more like pain stories. Down there, it's more like turn up, crunk type music and shit like that.
So back then when you tried to like crunk music, like 2011, would you say? Or was you trying to be different from the Florida sound? You was really like you listened to it, or were you influenced by it?
Nah, keep it 100. I really wasn't influenced. I was still on my New York wave. Like, I still was making music like for up here type shit. Yeah.
Alright. So now you changed your name to Haiti, baby, right? Talk about how that came about.
So I changed my name to Haiti, baby, because I feel like Santana. I feel like that name started getting corny for me, and I feel like it's already a couple Santanas in the industry. Like, you got Fredo Santana, R.I.P., you got Joel Santana. I just felt like it was time for a change and stuff. Like, I felt like I outgrew that name, even though everybody know me by that.
Right. So I know there's like another rapper name, I think his name is Haiti, baby, and like it's said the same, I feel like, but it's spelled different. His is 2 I's. How do you feel about that comparison, like when people gonna say, are you taking his name or he's taking your name or vice versa?
That's funny because people are already saying that in the comments. Like in my digital video that Ace Got Bars shot, people in the comments like, it's already a Haiti, baby, you copying them, But I feel like we in 2 whole different lanes. Like our music completely different. And he all the way out in the West with it. He on the West Coast. He from Cali. I'm on the East Coast with it. So I feel like there shouldn't be no problems with that.
Right. Anything that helps both of you guys out, it gives you his fans and it gives you his. Cause I never even heard about him until I went to go search your name up on YouTube, for real.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. So talk about how you got into music. Like, when made you start making music?
So, what got me started making music was with me and Laflare. He was the first person I made my first ever song with. I went to his crib, R.I.P. to him, that's a fact. So he was the first person I made my first ever song with. And that's crazy you asked me that because a couple days ago, my mans told me, like, yeah, Laflare used to always tell me, like, yo, Haiti, he really like this music shit. Like, he really take it serious. I'm like, yeah, because I ain't even think I'd like it. I just went and tried it one day, and it just came easy and natural. And ever since, I just been going with it.
Right. So you said you made your first song with him?
Facts.
Talk about that studio session. Like, y'all both was like, was this his first song too?
Yeah.
So like, talk about that. What made, like, how were y'all, like, how was it going to the studio being your first song and never did this before? Like, how was it like?
We were just experimenting, trying shit. Like, our first song, we both was writing. Now, when I make music, I don't write nothing.
You don't write?
Like, my last 2 tapes I dropped back from Haiti, I ain't writing none of them songs. Northside Baby, I ain't writing none of them songs. I just go in like
just
that.
Punch in?
Facts.
Yeah. So I know y'all dropped Northside Guys together, right?
Yeah, North Guys
together, right? Was that was the first project, right?
Yeah, this shit right here.
So that's what y'all did, y'all first ever project.
Yeah, this history right here. This is signature right here. We made this. Shout out to Trey Stacks. We made this in his basement that summer.
Yeah. Talk about the chemistry in the studio. Like, how was y'all going about creating songs? Like, did y'all go see something? Like, did y'all see some shit like, we about to go to the studio and record, or was it like, how was it?
The chemistry was like this. We was on the same page automatically because we was already, fucking around with the Airbenders and shit. So we was already on the same page, had the same type of chemistry. So at Stacks shit, it was just, everything was just falling in place. Like, we ain't had to force nothing. It just happened. Like, keep it 100, we wasn't even planning on making a tape till we seen, like, we got all these tracks. We might as well just make a tape.
Right.
So then we just locked in. Like I said, that summer, we dropped North Guys 2014, so that whole summer we was making that. Right in Stack's basement.
Right. You mentioned the Airbenders. Talk about that whole Airbenders crew, because I remember it was a drinking crew at one point in time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about how that all came about, because people was comparing that to the Rangers and stuff. We thought you was famous.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna front. Airbenders, that was a wave, like...
Everybody, y'all made everyone want to drink. Yeah, that's a fact. Y'all was performing at Step Jam.
That's a fact. That's crazy, because me and Jalen made that in my house.
That's
one day because New Boys came out and shit. Jalen came over like, yo, look at this shit. This shit alright. Then, just like I said, our chemistry was like that. And we like, man, we about to try this shit out. We both knew how to jerk. Then we came up with the name, and then it just took off from there. Like, we wasn't even expecting it to do all that. And this was back in MySpace days, so we posted it on MySpace like, yeah, we go by Airbenders. Everybody asking us, what's that? And it just slowly gravitated and just kept going up.
Right. So that kind of helped y'all, like, transition over to music, like, getting y'all started and shit like that.
Yeah, that was, like, the starting point for us.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. So talk about, like getting to town, like, as far as musically, like, because y'all names is big in town. Like, talk about how that came about, like, and how that whole setup was. Y'all was performing everywhere. Y'all was shooting videos at East High School, all types of shit.
I ain't gonna lie. So Jalen, he was plugged in. Like, he was getting the shows everywhere. And he knew a lot of people. You know, he was very popular and shit. So that played a big part in us getting shows at venues. We was getting invited to venues, hotel parties, regular parties, school.
Let's fast forward. Y'all get a little bit older in music shit, like, and life really starts to hit. So you catch a case. Talk about that and what happened.
So I just caught a case being dumb and young, just chilling around the wrong people, wrong crowd, just doing shit, being reckless and shit. That shit cost me 2 years of my life.
Oh yeah. So then when you come home, right, like you did 2 years, when you come home, how the whole scene changed?
I came home, everything was different. I felt like that shit held me back. I feel like I'm still trying to bounce back, because like, I lost my fan base. I feel like I'm 2 years behind now and shit. So I just had to come home, get ready, sit back. Like, I came home, dropped shit, but then I stopped. Because I had to sit back and really, like, find myself again and, like, figure out what I wanted to do with this shit.
Right. So one thing I noticed and I've seen since you've been back, you talk about you guys being blackballed, like, the Dewey as a whole. Like, talk about how does it feel to be blackballed, and why y'all feel y'all blackballed, and y'all feel like the beef affects that?
Yeah, I feel like we being blackballed because of that whole situation that happened. Like, they just label us as villains and the bad guys and shit, and everybody want to play victim and shit, when really, they started with us. That's all that happened. Like, we was chilling. That's how that shit happened. Like, so now I feel like they won't let us get no shows. They hear our music, they barely playing us on the radio. They see our shit playing. Oh, turn that shit off. Or they find out we from Dewey. They hear a song, be like, oh, this tough. Find out niggas from Dewey. Oh, turn this shit off. Shit like that. Like,
so you feel like that whole like situation plays a big part in why niggas not rocking with y'all?
Facts. That played a big part, because it's a lot of niggas from Dewey that's nice. Like, niggas is nice. Niggas is not trash. Like, and niggas has been doing this shit, so everybody already know who niggas is and all that.
Right. That's a fact. So, like, what do you think, like, y'all could do, or, like, people could do, like, for y'all, so it's not, y'all not getting blackballed anymore? Like, what do you think?
Just keep dropping, keep being consistent.
Do you even, when you get blackballed from the town, do you even want the support from the town anymore, or do you?
It make me not want it. It make me want to go somewhere else. It make me want to move OT and start all over and do this shit somewhere else, because it's like, I know for a fact my shit not ass. Like, people tell me every day, like, you really nice. People
know who you are. They was above that jump before that. I feel like they was above that jump before the whole situation and shit.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know, people be sensitive to certain situations, so they can't.
And then, be technical, I was locked up for that whole situation, so I wasn't even out here when that shit happened. But being where I'm from, you know, guilty by association and all that shit. So that's how that shit is.
Yeah. So, like, during this whole quarantine, you released a mixtape, right?
Facts.
So, what's the name of it? And talk about how that came about. Northside Baby.
Tape, Northside Baby. I just dropped that on July 31st. It's on all streaming platforms.
Right.
And I just feel like this is the one that's going to show them, like, I'm really versatile. Like, I could really do this. Back from Haiti, that was just testing the waters. Let them know, like, yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I dropped that last year.
Right.
But this one right here, I feel like, because it's doing more than I expected. Like, it surprised me. They showing love. They really fucking with this shit. So I feel like this one going to be the one to do it. That's going to get them back. Like, oh, he not playing with this shit.
Yeah. So how many songs did you put on it?
So I put 11 songs.
11 songs, but you didn't put no features. Why'd you go that route with no features?
I did no features because I feel like I need to prove that. I feel like I got something to prove. Like, show niggas that I'm really serious and I could really do this. And just show them, like, I'm really a real artist. Like, I'm really a real rapper. Like, It's more to it than this shit.
Right. So, like, I know you say you got a lot of these songs. How did you go about picking on 11 songs you wanted to take? Like, what type of energy you was trying to get to this tape?
I was trying to give them a more realistic vibe, something they could relate to, some music that's more real, and show them that, like, I can make stuff for the streets, for the trenches, that niggas in the hood could relate to and shit like that.
Right. So, like, do you feel like that's the wave right now? Like, the trenches talk? Like, I feel like...
Right now, I can see how it's playing out. The wave is pain music right now. But, like, with, like, you adding your sauce to it.
Right.
You're making pain music, but it's some shit they could turn up to at the same time.
Right. I know you talked about shooting every visual to every song. Talk about who be shooting the visuals.
Like, for when I shoot my vids?
Yeah.
I'm fucking with A. Scott Barge and my son Beezus. Right now, them my top 2 right now.
And I even see you shoot your own visuals too. Talk about how you learn how to edit your shit. You know how to shoot shit. Yeah. Talk about how that all came about.
So I learned how to do videos when I was in Florida. No lie, that shit just came natural to me. Like, it was just a God-given talent. Like, from the first day, I downloaded the program and I just automatically...
You download like a free program, just editing videos off the free program?
Yeah, that's crazy. And then I just automatically knew how to do it. I don't know how, it just came to me naturally.
So niggas better have no excuse because niggas be talking about you need all these expensive programs and shit. But you got vids with that guy, 10K plus.
Yeah, facts. Off the program I downloaded. And it was light, it just came to me natural. Like, niggas be complaining about this video shit is easy. Like, it ain't that hard. Shit is light work.
So you not only do you shoot you edit your own vids and you also make beats and shit like that. So why are you so multi, like why you have your hands on everything, like when it comes to music? Like you could make your own beats, you could rap, you could shoot your own visuals.
Facts.
What made you take that route?
Cause I feel like it's better. I feel like why should I have to pay somebody to do something that I know how to do? I know how to do everything. Like my tapes, I record my own tapes, engineer everything. Make my own beats, shoot my own videos. So I feel like when that time come, and that bag come, and that deal come, I want to be one of them entrepreneurs in the industry that know how to do everything.
Right.
I don't gotta ask nobody for nothing. I can do it all myself.
Like, so for labels to come to you and try to sign a deal, they don't even gotta hire no like extra people to shoot your visuals. They could just save that budget money for something else. But would you sign with a label?
Facts. I signed with a label because they the machine behind your music. They gonna push your shit and get your shit out there. They gonna get you global. I know niggas be wanting to be independent and all that, but the label, that's the machine behind you getting your shit out there. So,
like, that's the thing. I feel like, cause like it depends where you're located too. Cause like if you're in Atlanta, you probably don't need a label as much as like everybody else do in a small city. Cause you got the club, you got Magic City. You go give it to a DJ, play your song, it can get lit. If you're like in a small town, I feel like it's different. Cause you can get lit off here. I know niggas that got like 500K views here, and that shit is like, feel me, just don't go nowhere with it for us. At the town got the town buzz. So I feel like niggas need labels depending on what city and state they in.
That's a fact.
Cause you think about Chicago, like all niggas doing like 500, 600K, 800K, all that shit, bruh, and they shit just blow up, but they don't go like no bigger than that. So it just depends where you at. But you could do that views in Atlanta, like Lil Key doing that shit, and he's mainstream. You could do shows anywhere else you want to go. So I feel like it just depends on the city and state.
Yeah, that play a big factor in too. Because Atlanta lit right now.
Oh, yeah.
And they all supporting each other too. That's why they on top right now.
So talk about Atlanta be supporting each other. Do you feel like Rochester needs to support each other? And like what can we do to support each other? Cause that's something a lot of people saying from the town. Like they feel like they don't get support from other artists or other people. Like
I feel like in Rochester they too negative. Everybody want to be that nigga. Everybody want to down talk the next person instead of just focusing on themselves. Like it's free to support. Like it don't cost no money to share, like, comment, just one time. That's all it takes. Get niggas up out of here.
Right, that's a fact. So like, who you rocking with from the town? Who you listen to?
Keep the honey. I listen to myself.
Besides yourself, like who else could you hear in your playlist?
Couple niggas that be snapping. Billy Blanc, he be snapping. Shout out to him. GHB Stills be snapping. Lil Perko, he be snapping. And a couple niggas from around the way putting on, like Zona, he putting on. Shout out Trey Stacks, he putting on. And that's about it.
Like, I feel like one thing I should do again is remember how y'all used to do like the 731 and be like 5, 6 of y'all on the track. I feel like y'all need to bring that shit back. Cause that's when like it was like fun, like watching the vids type job.
Yeah, I just feel like it won't be the same because you know that situation happened with Laflare.
Yeah.
So I feel like it won't be the same.
All right, let's talk about Laflare. Talk about like where you was at when you got that phone call like that Laflare passed away. Like how did you react?
I was in the crib when that shit happened. The crazy thing that happened, like 30 minutes before that shit happened, I was going through my little situation, fake depressed, mad about this music shit, letting the hate and comments get to me and shit. I deactivated my Facebook and all that. And then somebody told me like, yo, somebody showed me a live, like, yo, they saying this Laflare, that shit happened to him. So I reactivated my shit, went on there, then I seen that shit happen. Then it was just crazy. That's part of the reason I dropped that album last year, Back from Haiti. I'm like, I gotta drop something this summer, because keep it 100, I wasn't gonna drop nothing. I was just gonna keep sitting back, observing, getting my shit back right. But I had to drop that. It was mandatory.
Right. Tell us like memories with you and Laflare in the studio or something like that, because us watching from the outside is like y'all was best friends and shit, like from the first project, from Airbenders to like y'all always doing events together. Either you taking turns doing visuals, it's like that. Like talk about some crazy moments with him, like in the studio, outside.
Craziest moment I remember with him was when he had caught a ticket, like a $500 ticket. We was coming from somewhere out far, like the suburbs, like Webster or some shit like that. What happened? They gave him a big ass ticket, mad paperwork and shit. We got back to the town. This nigga was so mad. This nigga shot his gun in the air. Like stopped the whip, just shot shit. Boom! We drive up the street, police right there around the corner. They ain't even see it or hear it or nothing.
Damn.
I'm like, yeah, this nigga is crazy. That's when I was like, yeah, my son, he a wild boy. My son was really like that. Word. I still remember that shit.
Word. So going forward, what could we find for you in 2020? What's your plan for the rest of the year?
I'm about to drop nothing but visuals. Definitely more projects on the way. I'm gonna do some more features, you know what I'm saying?
Who will we see you working with in the future though? Like, you got any unreleased songs with anybody that we can expect to hear from?
I definitely got something coming with Trey Stack. Shout out to him. Oh, T-Mac. Shout out to T-Mac. We definitely got some shit on the way. Let me see. You might see something with me and Billy Blanc coming on the way. That's about it. Everybody else, they be acting like they don't want to reach out. So I ain't about to keep forcing niggas or begging niggas to do a feature. You know what I'm saying? If niggas want to work, they could hit me. That's a fact.
Like, what about the industry? Who's somebody you would like to work with, or like who you listen to in the industry?
My top 3 right now is Lil Baby, Future, and Young Thug. Oh, and I fuck with No Cap too, and Rilo.
Yeah, them niggas be going crazy.
They be blacking right now. Dirt be going crazy too. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah. So say one of them reached out to you for a deal, would you sign it? Like YSL or like
Facts.
Or PF?
Facts. We out here. We out here. I'm putting on. We out here.
Yeah, that's a fact. So what do you think Russia needs to do to go mainstream, or not, or just put their foot in the industry? What do you think needs to happen? Because it's like we got people that's like steps closer by doing the song. Like you got Class doing a song with Casanova. You got Luau with Jose Guapo. You got like Beast with Nino and shit like that with like Rallo and them.
Oh yeah.
So you feel me? There's a lot. We getting a step closer into the industry. What do you think we could do to turn jump that step and go mainstream?
Niggas just gotta keep supporting each other, man. Stop all that negativity. It's like a black cloud over the town because everybody want to be the main person. Like, everybody just play their role, stay in their lane. You got 100 niggas from every hood trying to be a rapper. Just support the nicest nigga from your hood, put a bag behind them, and get niggas up out of here. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. One song, one person pop from the town, and it's lit. It's gonna be a domino effect. Cause niggas in the town not ass.
Yeah, we the last. I thought we was gonna get on before Buffalo and Syracuse.
You see that, right? We the last one.
And when you look at it, like as far as like unsigned artists, we be doing more views than them. Then they got artists that's doing like Tusi from Syracuse. He done took off. Benny took off. Like, you could put 38 Special, but I wouldn't really say 38 Special. You feel me? He's still like underground, but you feel me? Like Benny's like more mainstream type jump.
Facts.
So I feel like we should have took off first before them.
Syracuse got Scory, Post Malone. You said Tusi. Buffalo got Benny the Butcher and all them. And us, like, we the last one.
We the last one. We got mad talent in the town.
Mad talent. Like, niggas just playing with this shit, man.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Oh, yeah. So talk about how life has been since you been home. Like, what you got going on other than music? What you been up to?
I just been staying out the way. The town getting crazy. You know, they starting to call this shit starting to look like Chicago out here. Niggas is out here wilding. So I'm just focusing on my music, staying out the way, not trying to get caught up, doing my little ones and twos here and there. That's the main thing. Just staying focused on my music, trying to be positive. I ain't trying to catch another bid.
Right.
I just got off papers. I'm done with that shit.
Right.
So I ain't trying to go back to jail. So I'm just chilling.
That's fact. Like, when this corona thing's over, is there any place you trying to go?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to Atlanta. Definitely Florida. I want to see what Cali like too. Oh yeah, in the city too. I'm be focusing on networking and shit like that.
Oh yeah. One thing that I like about you is that you shoot your own visuals. So I feel like you should just bring your camera, have someone hold the camera, to shoot visuals anywhere you go. Cause you could edit it yourself. You're not worrying about nobody else type shit.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. Back on my video shit. I ain't gonna be on it heavy how I was before though.
Right.
So niggas started looking at me as a cameraman.
God,
I made music and shit. That's what made me stop.
Right. So, how has Corona affected you? Like the whole virus, the whole pandemic, all this shit.
No lie, it hasn't. It helped me get more focused and know what I want to do and invest in my music and shit like that. So, it helped me get my head right, my mind right, my studio, my music. I've been ready to focus on my sound. You know what I'm saying, find myself and be able to drop my projects and be more consistent.
Right. And what's your whole take on this Black Lives Matter whole?
I feel
protest, like us fighting for our rights. You feel like we're doing the right thing. You feel like our voices are being heard.
Definitely, like as they should. We should have been doing that. Keep doing that. I like that. Keep that energy. Keep doing what y'all doing. That's what we should have been doing. That. Let them know what's up. Like I like that. They know the vibes.
Oh yeah. I feel like our voices being heard this time. Like everybody, you can't say all lives matter. Like people are taking offense to that now. They're gonna understand our message type junk.
Yeah, like stay on y'all bullshit. Keep doing that. That's what they need to hear.
Right.
Word.
Right. So if you could be like a politician, like a mayor, a president, and stuff like that, and they like, what would you change to make life better for everybody, especially blacks?
I'm making weed legal. I'm canceling all student debts.
Yeah, people gonna vote for you, so you can say that.
Facts. What else I do? College, that would be free. I don't even know why they charging niggas to go to college.
Would you go to college though?
Yeah, facts.
What would you take if you went to college?
I'm going for like business.
Right.
Business. That's what I'd go for.
Did you ever think about going to college, or that was never like?
Yeah, I would go, but it's like I gotta get my mind right first. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to waste too much time. I ain't trying. I already caught a bid, wasted 2 years of my life, so I ain't trying to go to college and do all that shit and then just be like, what's next?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need to know what's up. That's definitely my plan B, though. Especially if this music shit don't work out, but I ain't even looking at it like that, because I know this music shit gonna work.
Right.
I know for a fact it is.
Right. What else would you do, though?
You said what?
What else would you do if you was president, like mayor of the city?
If I was president, canceling all taxes. I feel like that's dumb. What else I'd do? I'll just make everything equal. I'll be for equality. Make everybody equal. So next person wouldn't be better than the next. Everything would be equal. So people wouldn't have to feel like, oh, they doing better than me, or how they getting this, but I'm not. I'll just make the world a better place.
Let's take it back to music. How would you describe your sound? Like, for people that didn't like, they probably heard about you in 2013. You went MIA and you came back. Like, what's your new sound now?
I feel like My sound now that I'm finding my sound for real, I feel like it's like I make that type of music you could ride to and turn up to, but at the same time you could relate to it. Like it's like pain music, but you could turn up at the same time. Like I make shit like that they throw on in the club,
right?
Or shit you could listen to.
So that's your target audience, right?
Yeah, and get teed up to shit like that. That's the type of shit I make. Word.
Like, would you ever get back to doing like, I know dance songs be taking off. Would you ever go back to like bringing that back, like doing a dance song? Cause I feel like Pop Smoking them did like the
yeah. Oh, that's a fact. I mean, I kind of shied away from that, like from the dance and shit. But I mean, like, hell yeah, if a bag involved, hell yeah, I'm doing that.
You gotta bring that shit back. Cause niggas say Drake ain't dead. That was the movement back then.
Word, that's a fact.
Yeah. But let them know how to get in contact with you and shit like that.
Alright, so my email, NinoSantana731@gmail.com. The Nino Santana, all lowercase 731. My Instagram, HaitiBaby1_. The Haiti Baby is all lowercase. My Twitter, HaitiBaby1_. The H and the B capital. And on Facebook, my name Haiti Baby. SoundCloud, Haiti Baby. YouTube, Haiti Baby. Snapchat, Nino Haiti, NINOHAITI. Yeah, if you want to do a feature, need some beats, need a video, just hit me, give them.
Like, what other project you got coming out? You see you got one with T-Mac, you see you working on Trey Stacks.
Oh yeah, me and T-Mac definitely got some shit on the way. I don't want to say too much about that, that's a surprise. Me and Stacks, we definitely got some shit on the way, shout out to him. I got a couple bangers in the cut with Zona 2, we got some shit on the way. Yeah, that's about it. Then I'm dropping a couple more projects. In these next few months, definitely before the year over, I got some more shit on the way for niggas.
You trying to do shows at this whole pandemic?
Yeah, like if they not blackballing us, yeah, I'm trying to do some shows. You know, they say they hear Dewey niggas trying to get a show, they start blackballing tax niggas like. So yeah, niggas trying to get back right.
Yeah. Alright, but shout out BestsPointOfViewTV for the interview.
Shout out BestsPointOfViewTV, you know the vibes, gang.
Check it. Trials and tribulations, I'm just trying to live my life, hoping I make the right decisions, cause I wanna live it right. I remember nights, no sleep, feeling weaker than 7 days. Now I'm using my clever ways to make sure my songs getting played. But these niggas doubt me, they think I'm not gonna make it. But soon I'm gonna be rich and happy, that girl getting naked. I promise you I'm the best, supreme Nakshi. I'm on the rise, smoking dope and I'm getting high. Spirit, she floating to the sky. I wonder, is they gon' think I'm a joke because